Thanks for watching this Care Portal update video. My goal is to quickly run through the changes that have been made to our system, Care Portal 2.0, the updates that are available on our website that will hopefully help you better meet the needs of children and families in your community. This video is intended for you if you're a point person of a church that's already been engaging with the Care Portal, meaning you're already enrolled, you've already had an orientation. So let's check out what's new. The first thing I want to show you is the updated website. So when you go to careportal.org, here's what you'll see with our new system. The main thing for you to focus on as a church point person is this tab right here. You can click on churches and then you can scroll down to find open requests. This replaces what used to be the map on our website. It kind of makes it more simple. So while we don't currently have a map where you'll see exactly where these requests are on a visual, you'll still be able to search for open requests. One new feature is that you can actually search for keywords here. So instead of just being able to search in a mile radius around your zip code, you'll be able to actually type in the word bunk bed or the word crib if you have a person in your congregation who has a certain item and you want to see if there's anything open so that they can meet that need. So that's a great feature for you to be aware of. Another thing to be aware of under this churches tab is this church resource spot. This will continue to be updated with items that will help your church, videos, testimonies, PDF documents that you can reference regularly as you're engaging more and more people in your congregation in the Care Portal conversation. Another great tool on the website is this impact button. If you click here, it'll take you to real-time updates on the number of children being impacted, number of churches enrolled, number of families impacted, so you can check that out and share that with your congregation at any time. You can also see the number of requests that are being met by the church. It's just really great data to have on hand. Another button you can push is the Give button. This can update your church's giving to the Care Portal ministry, so you can give online monthly, online once, you can give by check, you can give by bank draft, so it just makes it pretty simple to use our website in order to update your giving for Care Portal. Now I'm going to show you what the emails will look like with our new system. So when you receive an email, it's all the same information that you've been used to getting, but this time it'll just look a little bit differently. So here we have what an email will look like coming to you now. You still have the request number, you have whether it's tier 1, and you have what part of the grid it's coming from. So here it's a prevention need. It's going to tell you the main reason for the request, like it always has. It's going to give you the county and the zip code. It'll tell you the level of urgency, and it'll be color-coded based on the level of urgency. You can see this is an urgent need. It's red, kind of grabs your attention. And it will tell you how many children it's impacted and the estimated value of what the items are that are being asked for. Or it will tell you the exact amount of a bill if it's a bill. But you'll definitely want to read the description here so that you know, is it actually asking for an amount of money for a bill, or is it asking for an item that could be donated? So make sure to read the description here just like you always have. And then when you're ready to respond, here's the respond to request link. You just click that just like you always have. The thing that's changed, however, is your ability to reply all. Many of you are used to receiving an email and seeing all of the other churches that are listed that have also received the request, and you can reply all to them and kind of begin communication on how to work together. That is no longer an option in this system. The point is to save your inbox from multiple emails. What you can do now is activate your active community. So let's say you read the request and you see, I can only provide part of this request, but I want to help. You're going to want to send a message to your active community, and you can do so by clicking this button here below the request. This link leads you to a page where you can simply write in this paragraph here anything you want to share with the active community. You can say, hey, we have the bunk bed frame but not the mattresses. Can anyone help us on this? Or, hey, we're not sure we can meet this need, but we wanted to engage our active community and we're willing to run point. If you guys can find the items, we'll make the delivery. So you can say whatever you want to your active community here and click submit. Once you click submit, an email will be generated to all the other churches in your active community. Here's an example email of what it will look like when you send a message to your active community. So all the churches will receive this, and it'll say your church's name, and it'll populate it with the paragraph that you wrote when you filled out the form. Now this email, you'll actually see everyone who receives it. So you'll see everybody's names listed in the to column. and you can reply all to this email. So this is what can get that conversation going between your active community if multiple churches are going to work together. And as you can see, it copies the request again down here. One thing to note is that not necessarily every church in your active community will have received this original request. Depending on where the zip code of the need is, they might not have gotten the original email. But because you invited them in, because you're in their active community, now they can see what this request is. However, they won't be able to respond directly to the request if they're in the active community thread. You'll have to run point because you engage the other churches in your active community. So once you've had a conversation by replying all to this email here, and you guys decide how many churches are participating and how the need is going to be met, then you can go back to that original email and click respond so that you can fill out the form that looks very similar to the form that was on the old system. So you're going to find your name as the point person in this little link here, and then you'll confirm your email address, and then you'll write any comments or questions that you have and click submit, just like the old system. The main change here is that you're going to be able to select your name from the drop-down menu. So if you've ever responded to a request before, your name will be in there. If you're a point person at church, your name will be in there. The way that you confirm that is just by verifying your email here. It's kind of like your password to make sure it goes through and is submitted. And then you can just hit submit right there. If you've never responded to a request before, let's say it's your first time as a point person, you can just add yourself by clicking this plus button right there. Once you've submitted that response, an email will get generated to the case manager, and it'll be addressed directly to that person. So this is what the email will look like. It says this church is ready to help, and it'll address the case manager, and it'll identify who from your church has responded. So it might be you as the point person, or it might be an individual who's responded, and it'll tell which church it is. It'll identify the number of the request, and then it will give all the contact information of whoever filled out the response form. So here's their email address, their phone number. It'll encourage them to get in touch with this person as soon as possible, but within the next couple of days. And then as they scroll down in the email, they'll see a reminder of what the request is. You will also get an email that will be addressed directly to you as the responder that thanks you for responding. So here's what that email looks like. It'll remind you of the number of the request you responded to, and it'll tell you which case manager has received confirmation that you are the responder. So here's their contact information. This is a new feature for you. You actually receive the case manager's contact information directly. So you need to wait for them to contact you. But if you haven't heard from them in 2 to 3 days, then now you have their email and phone number to reach out directly. It kind of eliminates the steps so you don't have to wait for your regional manager to respond to you and connect you directly to the case manager when you haven't heard after a few days. So give them 2 to 3 days to reach out to you. If you haven't heard, then you have their contact information right here. And it reminds you, as you scroll down, it reminds you of the request at the bottom. Once contact has been made between the case manager and the responding church, then that case manager goes in and closes out the request just like they always have, and an email gets generated to every church that originally received the request, and it tells them that that need has been met. So there you have it. That's what the new system looks like. Updates on our website. It will be much more simple to navigate, and then also updates to our email, hopefully making it much more user-friendly for you and your active communities to work together. Let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.